नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे। मम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सकगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सकगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वर परमः कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर्गोविंद सर्वकारण कारणम। ओम तत्सत। हरे कृष्ण। By the costless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge which can be joyfully performed, and the everlasting knowledge, Susukram Kattum Avyayam. By Krishna's costless mercy, now we are successfully studying in the 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the three divisions of faith. We are understanding in this chapter now, Krishna is teaching us very clearly our faith depends upon our environment, our circumstances. So that's why for the devotees, Krishna gives them birth in the pious devotees' family. Suchinam, Shimatam, Gehe, Yoga Brashro Abhijayate. Because that way, the devotee can continue from where he left in the previous life. So if you do like that, like what we are doing right now, studying Bhagavad Gita and making progress, then Krishna will make sure our surroundings are very, very conducive for liberation. When Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita in the 7th chapter, Yo yo yam yam tanum bhaktaga shraddhayarchitum ichchaye tasya tasya chalam shraddham taneva vidatam yakam. So, tasya tasya chalam shraddha. If anyone worships even other demigods, and Krishna makes their faith very steady, tasya tasya chalam shraddha. Achala shraddha. Achala shraddha means unwavering faith. That's what achala shraddha. Even if a person who has no knowledge, who is basically, Krishna is saying that Kama is says Kritagnyana. So Kritagnyana means who has no knowledge. Kritagnyana, who is deprived of this knowledge and surrenders unto demigods. And Krishna is teaching us, Krishna is telling very clearly that he will make their faith very strong in whatever demigods they worship. Then what to speak about when we worship our Lord, Supreme Lord, Shri Krishna, like for all of us, we have complete faith on Krishna and what to speak, Krishna will definitely make our faith very, very strong. So that way, Krishna will make sure that we are always under his protection, and he is going to create all the opportunities for us to serve him, please him. That we are going to get. No doubt. We are getting it. That's the reason we are studying Bhagavad Gita like this. First of all, as I explained very clearly yesterday, this is a Dukkalayam. In this Dukkalayam, Krishna came and gave this knowledge in order to save us from this material world, which is full of problems. In this temporary, miserable world, Krishna wants to save us from this world. That's why he came here and gave us this knowledge. And once we show some inclination, some faith towards this Bhagavad Gita and towards Krishna, then Krishna will make it very steady, very strong. That's the reason we are studying Bhagavad Gita now continuously. We are able to make progress because it's Krishna's effort also. Krishna's mercy also is there with us. Otherwise, in this material world, there are so many ways easily one can get diverted. Now, we are not even able to think about a life without having this Bhagavad Gita knowledge or without serving Krishna, without doing everything for Krishna. It's very hard to even think about our life. Especially when we start enjoying this Krishna consciousness, once we taste this Krishna consciousness, then we will get addicted to serving Krishna, talking about Krishna, chanting Hare Krishna, and offering prasadam to Krishna, and spreading Krishna's message. So we'll get addicted to these kind of services because that's what brings us happiness. So what brings us happiness, we'll get addicted to that. So for us, constantly remembering Krishna brings us happiness. And this happiness stays forever. The material happiness, which is in contact with material sense objects, when the senses are in contact with material sense objects, the type of happiness what we get in this material world, that will come to an end, and also that is the birthplace, that is the starting point for all our miseries. All the struggle what we are having in this material world, that is because of our attachment to the material sense objects. That's why we are struggling and suffering in this material world. Now take the shelter under this Bhagavad Gita, complete shelter unto Krishna, and do everything for Krishna, and keep all the abominable activities at a far distance. So Durenehe avaram karma, so buddhi yoga dhananjaya. So with intelligence, we should act and do everything. So then by Krishna's causeless mercy, we will be able to make use of the time what we have. That's what is very important, this time. So it's very important, our human life. So each and every moment is very, very important. We need to spend it very nicely in Krishna's service. We should not waste at all this life. This is the opportunity. We have to do everything. Tad buddhayaga, tadatmanaga, tannistaga, tatparayanaga, gachanti apunaravrittam, jnana nirduta kalmasham. That's what we are supposed to do. So all the time, tad buddhayaga, tadatmanaga, tannistaga. So always focus our intelligence on Krishna and faith on Krishna and everything we need to do. That's what is very important. Gachanti apunaravrittam, jnana nirduta kalmasham. So then we will reach the place, from there we won't come back. Gachanti apunaravrittam. So jnana nirduta kalmasham. So with the knowledge, we will be freed from all the sins, from all the faults, everything with the knowledge of this Bhagavad Gita. So that way, when we get this full knowledge, we should just think that naiva kinchit karemeti karometi yukto manyeta tattvavita. That should be the way of our life. that I am not the doer of anything. So that's what is very important. All the time we should think like that. Yukto manyeta tattvavit. Naiva kinchit karomiti. So I am not doing anything. So that's how we need to think every day in everything. We are not the doers. I am not doing anything. That's what we need to understand, because everything is done by the three modes of material nature, only by the gunas. So they are doing everything. So that knowledge, that understanding should be there with us all the time in all the activities. Pasyan, Shunvan, Sparsan, Jigran, Asdan, Gachan, Swapan, Swasan, Pralapan, Visarjan, Grannan, Unmishan, Nimishan, Napi, Indriyan, Indriyate, Suvatanta, Itidaryan. So in all the activities, so only the senses are engaged with the sense objects, but we don't have to do anything with that. So we have nothing to do with that. We are not connected with that. Our mind should be always connected with Krishna only. So we should always think that we are not doing anything in this material world. So that's the way. If we do everything, then by Krishna's causeless mercy, we will be able to reach Goloka, no doubt about it. Then this human life will be a very successful life. It should be like that. Is the success. That not coming back to this material world again and not thinking about anything in this material world. That means thinking always about only Krishna. So that is the success in our life. That's what we are supposed to. So Bhagavad Gita knowledge gives us all the strength we need to do that. All the strength that comes from this Bhagavad Gita. So by studying Bhagavad Gita again and again, we derive so much knowledge and enjoyment, happiness, everything what we get, and everything makes sense, and our life will become very meaningful and purposeful. So, because we are so much attached to Krishna and we believe in Krishna completely, so that's the reason we are able to make continuous progress. And we have come up to now 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and I'm sure when we finish the 18th chapter, and we are not going to simply stop it, and we are going to study again and again this Bhagavad Gita and constantly get ourselves fully connected with Krishna. But it's important for us to know that we are now getting great opportunities to spread Krishna's message. So we need to identify as many devotees as possible and give them this nature's gift, this Krishna's gift, this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, this topmost secret. So that's what we need to reveal it to all the devotees, so that they can also escape from this material world. That's what is very important. Otherwise, everyone is suffering in this material world. Of course, we can only give them help. We can only let them know how to get out of this material world. But if they are not ready to do that, nobody can help. Even Krishna can't help. But we have to, on our way to Goloka. So this is the very important service which will take us very quickly to Goloka. It's very much guaranteed. If we do that, it's very much guaranteed that we'll go to Goloka. There is no doubt about it. Krishna says very clearly, Yidam paramam guhyam madbhakte swabhidashyati bhaktim mayi param kritva mameve siti asamse. That's it. Anyone who explains, who gives this topmost secret to other devotees, I guarantee devotional service unto them, and they will come to me. There is no doubt about it. So that way we will be able to fully surrender unto Krishna, because Krishna and this Bhagavad Gita are not two different things. Because Krishna is this Bhagavad Gita. Because whatever slokas which Krishna gave, Krishna spoke to Arjuna, this is the song of God. So through that, Krishna is with us all the time. That means Krishna is talking with us every day. Every sloka when we quote, Krishna is with us and talking with us. Even though he is a Sarvaloka Maheshwara, he is a supreme controller, and he is pervading this entire universe in his unmanifested form. Jagadavyakta Murtina, Mayatatam Vidam Sarvam, Jagadavyakta Murtina. But Krishna is there everywhere, inside, outside, everywhere he is there. Bhirandascha Bhutani. So Krishna is Durastha Antike Chatat. He is extremely far, far away, and he is very, very close. So Krishna is there everywhere. But through this Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is talking with us directly, because every sloka, every time when we read, when we recite, Krishna is giving us that knowledge. Krishna is is talking with us. That's what we need to understand. So that is the way we are getting this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. So every sloka when we study, so that means we are listening to Krishna. And when we follow, so that means we are listening to Krishna. So it's very important because Bhagavad Gita is a practical book. Everything, the knowledge, practical knowledge, which we have to practice in our life, everything. Later in the 6th chapter, Krishna is teaching us how to sit and chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Very clearly, Krishna is teaching us. So we need to practice. And that practice of chanting and remembering Krishna and surrendering unto Krishna and doing everything for Krishna, all the time, keep on practicing again and again, will take us to Goloka, no doubt about it. Because only this practice is going to help us to remember Krishna at the time of death. Everybody is going to die. Everybody is going to lose everything in this material world. But we should not be coming back again to this material world. So that is what is our success. Otherwise, everybody will fail in their life. This life itself is an death. Life itself is an period of preparation for the exam, which is called death. And that's why we need to prepare and to pass in that exam. Our mind should remember Krishna. So that's what the preparation. The preparation is constantly trying to remember Krishna. Practice all the time remembering Krishna. If you're writing any exams, normally the student who practices a lot and based on their practice, he will be able to perform very well in the exam. So like that, for us, before we die, we need to practice very well to focus our mind only on Krishna, not on anything else. So if they practice, if we succeed, so then definitely our mind is going to simply remember Krishna at the time of death. Many times people sometimes ask question, what happens at the time of death if a person goes to coma or suddenly gets into an accident and loses the consciousness? So how can you remember Krishna and all such things? So the mind will remember. Mind is always active. So mind will never die. So mind is always young. So if we practice now, if we give our mind the complete practice and make it to focus only on Krishna. So then at the time of death, we don't have to put any extra effort. So it is automatically going to remember Krishna at the time of death. That's it. To remember Krishna just like that, if we just practice, that's what is very important. So this continuous practice is very, very important. So that's what we are doing it. So we are practicing. So that way, we need to do this practice like how we are doing chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and all those things. So offering prasadam to Krishna, that is everything we need to do it very, very clearly. So that's what is very important. And Krishna is helping us. In this effort, we are not alone doing it. In this effort, in fact, right now we are able to study Bhagavad Gita like this. There is only Krishna's mercy. Every day we are successfully able to study Bhagavad Gita, remember Krishna from wherever we are able to connect and just remember, like chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra also. Like as what Krishna says that Machita Madgata Prana, Bodhayantaga Parasparam Kadayantascha Mam Nityam Tushyanti Cha Ramanti Cha. That's what we are doing right now. So right now we are remembering Krishna. We are talking about Krishna. Kadayantascha Mam Nityam. And right now we are enjoying Tushyanticha Ramanticha. Because when we focus our mind fully on Krishna, we get all the needed peace of mind, happiness. It automatically comes. And we will be able to see Krishna's hand in our life in each and every action actually. There's so many things which will happen very nicely. So Krishna's mercy, it will all happen very nicely. So we have to just practice. So definitely by Krishna's mercy, we will succeed, no doubt about it. So this knowledge takes us to Goloka, there is no doubt about it. Now we are successfully studying in the 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So we successfully started. So in this third sloka, what we studied, Krishna is teaching us that Sattvanurupa sarvasya Shraddha bhavati bharata Shraddhamayoyam purusho yo yachshraddha sayeva shaha. So depending upon our existence, sattva rupa, sarvasya shraddha bhavati bharata. So our shraddha, our faith our faith forms depending upon our circumstances, O Bharata. So that's what Krishna is telling Arjuna. Shraddha mayoyam purusho. So with that full faith, the living entity, yo yachshraddhaga saye vasaga. So he is having particular kind of faith depending upon what circumstances he is in. O son of Bharata, according to one's existence under the various modes of nature, one evolves a particular kind of faith. The living being is said to be of a particular faith according to the modes he has acquired. Then in the next sloka, in the fourth sloka, what we studied, Yajante Satvika Devan Yaksharakshamsi Rajasaha Pretan Bhutaganamschanye Yajante Tamasa Janaka. Ijante Satvika Devan, those who are in the mode of goodness will worship the demigods. Yaksharaksham Rajasaga, those who are in the mode of patience, they will worship the Yakshas and Rakshasas, so they are demons. And Pretan Bhutaganams Chanye Yajante Tamasa Janaga, those people who are in the mode of ignorance, they worship the dead spirits and the ghosts and spirit. That's what then the ghosts. So spirits of the dead and the ghosts. So that's what they will worship. Men in the mode of goodness worship the demigods. Those in the mode of patience worship the demons. And those in the mode of ignorance worship ghosts and spirits. Then in the next sloka, Krishna is continuing in the sloka number 5 and 6, 2 slokas. Ashastra vihitam goram tapyante tapo janaha Dambahangkara samyukta kamaraga balanvitha karsayantaka sarirastham bhutagramam achetasaga mam chaivantaka sarirastham Tan vidya suranishchaya. So ashastra vigitam goram tapyante ye tapo janaga. So those janas, so not mentioned in the shastra, so they will do very horrible austerities. Very goram tapyante ye tapo janaga. Dambahankara samyuktaga kamaraga balanvitaga. So out of pride and false ego and lust and attachment and the strength, bodily strength and all such things, so they will do all kinds of austerities which are very terrible, horrible austerities they perform. Karshayamtaga sarirastam bhutagramam achetasam. So those persons who have no knowledge, so they will be simply give so much pain to their own body. Karsayantaga sarirastam, mam chaivantaga sarirastam. Me also situated in their body, and they will be giving so much pain to me. So like that, Krishna is saying that tan vidya asura nischayan. So that is the way you understand that the asuras, the demons. So that's how they will do that. That's what Krishna is saying in these two slokas. Those who undergo severe austerities and penances not recommended in the scriptures, performing them out of pride and egoism, who are impelled by lust and attachment, who are foolish, and who torture the material elements of the body as well as the super soul dwelling within are to be known as demons. So, Tan Vidhi Asura Nischaya. So, such kind of people, you know that they are demons. Tan Vidhi Asura Nischayan, certainly. So, certainly Asura, they are demons. So, that's what Krishna is saying. By Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished 2 slokas today, 5th and 6th sloka in the 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna. Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare. Hare 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 Krishna 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare. Hare Krishna, Hina Mataji.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you so much Guruji for today's class. Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Rama. Hare Krishna. Hare Srinivas Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Ipsa Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you for this class, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Sarveshwar Vishnu Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Narela Srinivas Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guru.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Wonderful session, Guruji.
Thank
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Sarveshwar Vishnu Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Deepesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you for the wonderful class, Guruji. Thank you for keeping us in Krishna consciousness.
Yes, Prabhu. It's
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Ganesh Rupa Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I just one small doubt. This mind is also material. I think you told in some other class, but mind will be there after death. Also, you said no in this class, Prabhuji.
Yes, yes.
My body and mind are material, and it will die.
No,
Only this.
mind
only-
won't die, Prabhu. Mind is a part of Sukshma Sharira. Mind,
Oh.
intelligence, and Ahankara, they are Sukshma Sharira. Sukshma Sharira means subtle body. So it will come from this body to the next body also it will come. It won't die.
Subtle mind, Prabhuji. Gross mind will die.
There is nothing like gross mind, subtle mind. Gross body, subtle body. Our body, like earth, water, fire, air, and space, there is gross body. And mind, intelligence, and false ego, they are known as subtle body, Sthula Sarira. Earth, water, fire, air, and space. And then subtle body means it's Sukshma Sharira. So mind, intelligence, and false ego, they are Sukshma Sharira, that will not die.
But this, what is this, Prabhuji? Conscious mind and subconscious mind. What is the difference there? The same, huh?
That only one mind. It's not conscious mind or subconscious. Conscious subconsciousness, we talk in terms of our body. If we are able to, when our brain, we are consciously when we do it, or subconsciously means it is like that. It's not like conscious mind or not two
Sleeping,
types.
you call it as subconscious, huh? Sleeping.
Yes.
The conscious, when you are awake, it is conscious.
When you are awake, when you are conscious of what is happening, that is consciousness.
Okay. Nice, Prabhuji. So the subtle mind only carries this, subtle body carries only the mind,
Body carries
intelligence.
mind intelligence. That is correct.
So there is no, that is called subtle body.
Subtle body.
It has no form, Prabhuji. Any form is there for subtle body?
Subtle body, no, you can't even, it's beyond, it's, you can't even think about it basically.
But this soul also goes along with this three
Yes.
things.
The soul, yes.
Soul has no form, Prabhuji.
Soul also
Soul.
is. Yes, Prabhu.
No form. So it is also subtle than the.
It's even subtler than the mind. Like senses are up for dull matter, mind is above the senses, intelligence is above the mind, soul is above the intelligence. Indriyani parani ahur, indriyebhya param manaka, manasastu para buddhi, yo buddhe paratastu saga.
Okay, Prabhuji. So when you remember Krishna, this mind always at the time of death, the mind automatically remembers. If you practice it
That is correct.
throughout our life.
Exactly.
The subtle mind remembers, Prabhuji. Subtle mind.
If we just practice remembering Krishna now, our mind is definitely going to remember Krishna at the time of death.
The time of death. Oh, good, Prabhuji.
That's why this
point.
practice. That's why this practice.
Somebody told mind also dies at the time of death. Someone told the material, but the subconscious mind they were telling in this different way.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice.
Ranjit. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Ranjit Pradeep Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Satyendra Singh, 'Prabhu'. 'Satyendra Singh', 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 'Prabhu'. 'Satyendra Singh',
Hare Krishna, Guruji, pranam.
Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Interesting session, Guruji. Enjoyed the session. In the beginning, you have said all the activities are done by the nature. We don't do anything. And, one thing you have emphasized this time, we have to continuously practice. Practice like exam, so that we can remember the lesson in the last stage. And one thing more you have said, that if we practice, we will remember the time of death.
Let's go.
Apparently, we know that we can go in karma and this and that. We are not able. We may not be able to do it. But the one thing you have said, the mind is active at that time also. If you are practicing, and you can remember at that time also.
Yes.
And that is an interesting thing. That is a motivating point.
Yes.
There.
Yes.
Generally, we see that most of the people well, are not in a position to talk or speak or something like they are lifeless. Bilkul body, vegetative body is there. And how it is there. But your tip for continuously practicing and perfecting, so that the mind can remember at that time. Interesting thing. Thank you, Guruji, for a wonderful class. Really, we are getting inputs from you. Really new things.
Yes.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama.
Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare Rama. Hare Krishna. Jyoti Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Mataji.
Thank you. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for the class. Thank you for keeping us in Krishna consciousness. Class is very interesting, Guruji. Really, we are blessed to listen.
Yes. Yes.
Asuri people will do all the Viruddha karmas, right, Guruji?
Yeah.
Which is not mentioned in our Shastras.
Asastra Bhigam. Asastra Bhigam.
And they will do all Viprita things.
Yes. Everything. Yes.
Okay, Guruji.
They will torture their own body and others. Yes.
All Tamasika Pravritti it will be.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay, Guruji. It was very nice to know many more things today about Asuri Pravritti.
Yes. So much Krishna is teaching us everything.
True, Guruji. Really, my brother actually yesterday called me. How you are managing? Much change I am seeing in you. He told me, and he asked me to guide. And suddenly I realized that Bhagavad Gita is affecting me, and changes are seen nowadays. I'm so happy that he asked me as my elder sister. Please guide me, but I am his younger sister. Yeah, he told me how to face the problems and all. I told, please read Bhagavad Gita. Try to know about Bhagavad Gita. It is really so. I told him. Then really, I felt that okay, that impression is slowly it is getting in our life.
No doubt, no doubt. We are studying for so many years. Bhagavad Gita, it will definitely happen. Yes.
True, Guruji. However, whenever the problems come, how I am facing it is really I can make the difference, Guruji.
Yes, 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 Mother. No doubt, no doubt. It's all happened by Krishna's mercy.
True, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mother. Hare Krishna. Hare Srinivas Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. I have a small doubt, Guruji, because people are by nature, they are like Tamasika, Tattva Guna, and Rajoguna by nature. and they will, with their nature, they will do their activities like praying the god, praying the demons, and praying all those things. But how the Tamasika, Rajasika guna people will become Satvika? By nature, they are doing the bad activities. How they will come to Satvika? Yeah.
Maybe if they are going to get in contact with the devotees, sometimes if they show some interest, then they can change it to this goodness. These three modes of nature actually, they are sometimes the mode of good. It's not like you cannot say that one is always in tamoguna or always in rajoguna or satoguna like that. Some are predominantly, so Krishna is saying that rajas tamas cha vibhuyaga sattvam bhavati bharata, rajagas sattvam tamas chaiva, tamagas sattvam rajas tato. Sometimes the mode of goodness becomes predominant, dominating the modes of passion and ignorance. Some other times the mode of passion becomes dominant, and some other times the mode of ignorance becomes dominant. So it will all keep changing depending upon our circumstances and other things. Even among us also we can see like that way only. So that way we cannot say one is always in one of nature. You understand that?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Understood.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Yes, Prabhu. Very good question, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandat Pranam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Kumbhanandi sir, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Sarveshwar Vishnu, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Ranjit Pradeep, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Let us listen to our Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan.
Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna.